Wainwright, but Moorcroft coming in after one of the best wins of his career, two-round win over Nathan Bennett in March. Interesting contrast in styles here. As we know, James stopped nobody. Moorcroft on his day can stop people.
Yeah, it's a really interesting fight. I think that Eithan James at light welterweight certainly didn't punch. He had 11 fights, didn't really put a dent in anybody, but he's hoping his power improves as he comes up the division, and he's a solid look, and he's quite a tall welterweight. He's got a difficult fight here in his hand against Moorcroft. And speaking to Moorcroft and Anthony Crolla on Thursday, they're very, very confident they can win this fight.
Well, he's talked about himself, James, being a scientific boxer, good mover, fast hands. He's got it even here. If he's going to be picking up this first belt, Moorcroft being around a little bit more. He's certainly more used to this weight division than his opponent here.
James has started really well.
Great jab.
Yeah, his jab's been great, and when he switches as well, he changes stance, and it's difficult for his opponent. But yeah, it's a nice start from James.
A difficult skill to operate against if the one that is switch hitting is standing in front of you and is good at it. And this is a smart start from James so far.
I don't think that Moorcroft and his team, I don't think they're going to be overly concerned with the start, though. I don't imagine they thought they would be in front after round one. Eithan James, good amateur pedigree, real silky skills, nice mover, and they'll be hoping, Moorcroft certainly will be hoping as the fight goes on a bit, he'll be able to get a little bit closer.
Good support in for Eithan James as well. Moorcroft was saying that he's watched everything he could get his hands on. He's devoured every bit of tape and every YouTube clip of his opponent here. He feels he knows him inside out. There won't be anything that he can bring to the party here that he hasn't seen. But it's how he can cope with it, because the opening stages of this round, this jab has looked really impressive. And again, the hand speed and the combinations that he just unloaded there, again, that's something that Moorcroft maybe hasn't seen in recent times. Yeah,
he landed a couple of nice fast shots there. It was interesting, actually. One shot had landed, and the second shot had landed before the first hand was even back in the guard position. So he's clearly got fast hands, Eithan James. That's a nice shot from Moorcroft.
If he keeps this at the distance that he's fighting at there in the middle of the ring, then he's going to be comfortable. Great round for James.
Switching off there. Look, if it's a boxing match, he ain't got a fucking open out. Just keep moving, keep boxing. Do not switch off. You can make this an easy fucking night's work if you're concentrating. Keep popping that jab, keep adjusting the angles. It takes ages to adjust his feet off different angles, all right? And you got there, he's just so open then. All right, feeling good? Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan.
Welcome back. Stick to the plan. And this could be an easy night's work. That is the message from Eithan James' corner. That is extreme confidence.
Yep.
Anthony Crolla still in there, right to the last seconds before getting out, getting the message across to Moorcroft about what he needs to do.
Yeah, I think it was sound judgment and sound advice from the corner, but early on that's going to be easy to do. If you wanted to make a boxing match and just box this guy's head off, clearly Eithan James is a more skillful fighter. But a lot of times in this pro game, it's about much more than skill. And as the fight progresses, I think that Moorcroft and his team, the longer he's in there anyway, the more confidence they'll get.
Yeah, I might not be the strongest puncher in terms of power, but I'm confident that my skills will slow you down. My punches count. And you can't argue with that from James so far. Again, following a similar rhythm to the first round, the jab finding its way home, keeping Moorcroft a different distance every time he comes in. He gets picked off.
It's really smart, clever boxing from Eithan James. Really dictating things here from the outside, but he's moving a lot. I think his team probably, they expect a long fight. They probably prefer he done things from the centre of the ring more and not have to use his legs as much and not have to waste as much energy. But he's looking really good so far.
Yeah, two fabulous jabs again, just snapping the head back of Moorcroft. With each punch thrown, the confidence builds and builds.
You can see Moorcroft trying to get close, but I think he needs to maybe up his head movement a little bit more. He's just sitting duck at times here, and he's just walking on the shots.
Just cannot work it out at the moment, but as he said, it's a 10-round fight for this WBO European title. There is a long way to go in this yet. There will be twists, there will be turns along the way, but again, one punch thrown by Moorcroft, a three-punch combination comes back the other way.
Yeah, as I said, Moorcroft just needs to get a little bit closer with his shots. He's throwing them from slightly too far out.
Is in no doubt about what is in front of him. He said it is huge, this is massive for me. Talking about he and Anthony Crolla have been working non-stop in the gym after the loss to John Miguel in Spain to get ourselves in this position where we are challenging for belts and championships. Took a smart, short left hand there, did James for the first time. Shook it off with a smile. And at the end of the round, late exchange. Again, another good round.
Don't start switching off, yeah? All right? I know you're enjoying yourself, but just keep that adjusting the feet, because while he's turning on, his turns like fucking us. All right? While he's turning, that's your opportunity. Don't neglect that body. When you've landed a couple on the gloves or touch the head, your hands are coming up. You can have the last shot to the body, then change the angle. Good work.
Good right hand downstairs then. You've got to find a home for this right hook. Please don't come back to this corner. Next round, I'm saying you've not let your right hook go, yeah? But you've got to react after you threw it or you'll counter. Okay? Good. Stay there. Stay there. Deep breaths. How do you feel? No bends, keep the shoulders moving. You've got to pick these feet up a little bit still a minute, yeah?
Back into round three. How have you scored it so far?
Yeah, I've got both rounds to Eithan James. And he looks in control so far, but this isn't a surprise, this is what we expected. And I imagine Team Moorcroft expected the same.
It's interesting, listening to the conversation in the interval there into round. Saying, listen, I know you're enjoying yourself out there, but remember what the plan is. The conversation with the other, a bit more subdued, Anthony Crolla talking about the use of the lack of use of Moorcroft's right hand, and he doesn't want him coming back into the corner without some usage of it at the end of this round.
Yeah, he was particularly talking about the right hook, especially when he's in this southpaw stance, but he needs to get close to land it and throw it. Good stuff again there from James.
Again, proving to be such an elusive target, and again the speed that left hand is like just this razor-sharp precision instrument that finds its way home again. And the longer it goes on, the more demoralising it gets for Moorcroft. But in the back of his mind, he'll know that he does carry power, that right hand.
Yeah,
and he's done something that his opponent has never done, and that is stopped an opponent.
Yeah, we can see what they want to do and what they have to do. James Moorcroft and his team, more so him, he's the guy that's in there. But He's not at this stage anyway, making Eithan James work at a hand off pace.
Moorcroft then at close quarters, getting in to try and do some work to the body, but James once again quickly tying him up so he couldn't get any shots off. Trying to go low, trying to go into the body. Again, another instruction from Anthony Crolla during the last previous round. And again, lovely left hand, lovely jab.
The 1-2 there landed pretty flush from a southpaw stance. Now he's orthodox again. He's got all the skills, Eithan James, he really does. But my only concern with him going forward would be that lack of punching power.
10 seconds at the end of round 3 again. Largely controlled by James. And again, right hand then raises the chin of Moorcroft as he tries to get low to the body at the end of another good round. Now, Joe Ankers with Liam Davis. Let's hear what he's going to say.
Liam, third time headlining at home. What are you looking forward to when you walk out there?
Another packed night in the arena of Telford International. So, like I said, my third time here. This is my home. I've got used to it and looking to do this one in style.
And it's been a very tense build-up for this one. How different does this one feel?
Yeah, it's given me the fire in the belly, bit between my teeth, as they say. And like I say, I've talked a lot and I'm here ready to back it all up tonight.
What's going to give you the edge?
I just believe this is my time. Born, bred, built and raised to do this, and everything's in my favour, and I'm coming to do and prove a number on him and prove that I am the best super bantamweight in Britain.
Best of luck, Liam.
Thank you.
That is coming up later after this round 4 of 10. How did you score the previous round?
Yeah, I've given everything to Eithan James so far.
He did say, and he promised that we're going to see his best performance yet. Eithan James to win that, and so far he is delivering on the pre-fight publicity. And they are very happy with him in his corner, because at the moment they don't see any other outcome than what they feel is their man giving the opposition a bit of a boxing lesson.
Yeah, look, that's what's happened so far. We're in the round 4 now. Moorcroft just landed one there, but he's just got to do more. He's got to make it a little bit more uncomfortable, set a more uncomfortable pace for Eithan James, or he will be able to do this all night.
Yeah, it is again the speed of James' fists that are causing Moorcroft so much of a problem. Every time he tries to get in close, get in to try and work to James's body, he's getting picked off with combination 2, 3, 4 punch combinations sometimes, and the punches are coming from everywhere. There you saw the hook, right hand again grazing Moorcroft's chin once more. We have seen a bit more of Moorcroft's right hand as well. Not enough yet.
That's a good job as well. He landed there. He just needs to get closer. But Eithan James has been really disciplined. Anytime his back touched the ropes, he hadn't stayed there too long. He's moving off to the side again and not allowing Moorcroft to get close and to land anything of note.
Coach saying, I'm not worried about the extra weight, because I've seen Eithan take big shots in training off bigger guys. I'm not worried about his durability and his ability to take a punch. Anthony Crolla up off his feet, screaming instructions to Moorcroft, but again, the boxing lesson at the moment is continuing.
Yeah, Moorcroft's corner still calling for the pressure. He just needs to be coming forward a little bit more. Hands glued to the top of his head. Head moving as he moves forward.
Yeah, it's a question. Now you see it, now you don't. Again, 2 jabs finding their way through a very loose defence there. And at the moment, Moorcroft's punches, lacking power, lacking conviction again. The jab snaps that head back again. Again, no argument, another round for James.
Can I have that bottle behind you, yeah? Okay, got the gun shut up?
Yeah.
Good
Alright,
boy.
I'm good.
He needs drink, I need that bottle.
Yeah, where is it? Let's
Behind you,
look.
right behind you. Alright? So, excellent. What? Yeah, that's it.
Well, listen, when you got on that inside, you've got to drive that right up, okay?
What do you reckon that then will
Okay, listen, yeah, just listen to me. Listen to me. He wasn't going to be winning after 4 rounds. He never was, right? Deep breath. Listen, you're going to start coming into this now, but you've got to be sensible. You can't be reckless. You've got to make him work at a pace, yeah? Okay, listen, when you get inside, you drive that up and cut up, yeah?
Back the message as we watch here some of the action from that round from Anthony Crolla again to Moorcroft is very plain, very simple. You've got to get that right uppercut. You've got to drive it in. You've got to drive it home.
Yeah, when you get close, and it's the right thing to do. It's the right. Look where he's here. When he's here, he needs to rough James up. He needs to let his hands go. And if you can be dirty and get away with it, you do that as well.
Into round 5. The 4 previous rounds, you're giving everything still to James.
Everything to Ethan James so far. But it was interesting, Anthony Crolla said in the corner, it wasn't about winning rounds early on. I imagine they expected to be behind going into the second half of the fight anyway. But it's about applying the pressure, and what he's doing now is good. Once he is there, though, he needs to get his hands free and needs to work.
Yeah, he's going to have a word. He let in with his head then, but maybe not quite the tide turning, but just a reminder to James about who he's up against and the advantages that he has that James does not. Again, crisp, clean, precise. But this time Moorcroft's doing better work here.
He landed 2 good shots, and James just held on there a little bit. Not a concern or anything, but he was smart. He tied him up. But Moorcroft needs to do more to get his hands free.
First signs that he is beginning to unleash some of the power that he possesses. The jab not maybe having quite as much snap about it there. Moorcroft eluding it, then a little bit of a come on from Moorcroft.
Good right hand. James was just pulling away, so it kind of took the force out of it a little bit, but this is much better for Moorcroft.
Tries to win with the uppercut. Now he's going to try and get to work and drive those punches. As Crolla asked, well, the right hand was a straight right hand from Moorcroft. James trying to keep him off with the jab. Again, Moorcroft gets him onto the ropes, but it is James tying his man up again. Half a minute of the 5th round still to go here.
Good stab to the body there from Moorcroft as well.
Again, 2 left hands that just have no opposition to finding the target. He just doesn't see them coming, then switches, uses a right uppercut. Well, he had a few moments in the early part of this round, but he is finishing stronger again.
It's been better from Moorcroft, but I don't think it's enough to give him the round.
Did get caught with a right
shot. That was a good shot, but this is good stuff. This is good stuff.
Joe is with Jason Cunningham.
Jason, the hard work is behind you, and it's all ahead of you. Chance to become European champion again. How are you feeling?
Yeah, 2-time British champion, 2-time European champion, 4 belts. I'm feeling good. Like I say, everything stacked against me. The underdog again going to this, and I'm just ready.
We've seen the fireworks between you in the build-up. What will be key to focus on?
all that's irrelevant. It's all talking to. It's what happens in that ring. So I'm fully focused on the game plan, the job in hand, and we're very confident.
How are you going to handle the crowd against you, being that underdog?
Stay up my head, take it in, embrace it if you like, and yeah, I'm there to enjoy myself.
Excellent. Best of luck, Jason.
Corners, 10 seconds.
We are past the midway point of this fight, and Eithan James is in absolute control. He's won every round so far, but we've begun to see Moorcroft coming more into it.
Yeah, look, that last round, they made just a bit of a switch in the tide there a little bit. Wasn't enough for Moorcroft to win the round for me anyway, but it's what his team want. They want him to come forward. They want to make it a bit of a rougher fight. Just make James have to fight at a difficult pace.
Eithan James, 8 years, the junior of Moorcroft.
Oh, good shot, good right hand.
Back onto the ropes. Moorcroft trying to measure his stance, trying to get in to drive that right uppercut again, or drive that right hand into the body just to slow James down a bit. That's what he needs to do, because he's still as fluid, he's still as alive as he was in the opening round. There's a right uppercut.
That was the right uppercut that the corner were calling for, but Eithan James was able to counter with his own shot as well. We can see what he's trying, Moorcroft. He just needs to get a bit closer. And when he does, as I've said, the hand, look, in this position here, instead of looking at the referee, ask him to break, you need to be trying to get your hands free yourself.
And he said, James, nobody thinks I'm a big puncher, but they get fed up with me making the miss and then countering as I do.
I mean, I suppose that's fairly accurate, and the fact that he's a fighter who could really frustrate people, and it's important not to get frustrated, especially if you're a fighter like Moorcroft, knowing that you're going to be behind in the fight, and the second half is when you hope to come on strong. But Eithan James is boxing beautifully this round.
And again, we're going to be finding out just how good his fitness levels are, because to do what James is doing for 10 rounds, you have to be an absolute athlete.
Yeah, you have to be very, very fit. Sometimes, and people don't really believe it, but to stand and lock horns in the middle of the ring, you know, head on head, and just have a fight, it's actually more energy consuming to do what Eithan James is doing here, and he's using a lot of the ring. He's moving quite a lot, and it's quite a difficult thing to do. You have to be pretty fit to be able to do it and sustain it for 10 rounds.
We're coming up to the end of round 6. He's had a little bit more joy in the last 2 rounds, but it isn't enough, you'd think, to celebrate winning a round. He again uses the right uppercut into the body, but not enough. At the end of the 6th round, we're going to listen to the corners. Here's Anthony Cromer.
Yeah, that wasn't good enough. Was not good enough, yeah? You need to start putting a second and third shot on, but don't come up high when you're doing it. You've got to stay low. James, this fight is still very winnable, yeah? I'm going to get a good round from you now. Listen, we're going to go in 2s and 3s, yeah? But we're not going to leave our feet behind, and our chin's not going to come up with it. After that right hand, you can go straight or we go downstairs, yeah? Okay? How do you feel?
In defence, he don't go with you.
If he goes, go with a counter, yeah?
Big down your back.
So it's pretty much what I'm saying. How do you got it? The end of the 6th round.
I'd give James everything. The last couple of rounds, you've just seen Moorcroft starting to come back into the fight a little bit more. The last 2 rounds have been a little bit more competitive, but it's not enough for me to give him the round yet.
Seconds out, round 7.
He's raring to go. The message from Groller to Moorcroft, it isn't good enough. You've got to get your 2nd and 3rd shot in. No sign at the moment that the pace is having any effect on James whatsoever. Still moving as cleanly, as fluidly as he has done throughout the course of the fight so far. But things can change quickly, and if Moorcroft can land, and he can just stun James momentarily with this punch that Crawler is asking for. It could be a tide-turning moment.
Yeah, it's nice stuff here, but it's Eithan James being allowed to do this by Moorcroft. He's not moving his head enough. He's not forcing the pace enough. There may be just signs that he is becoming a little bit frustrated. That's a bit better in the clinch. He was trying to get his hands free and he was landing shots. That's what he needs to do. He can't be looking at the referee, looking for him to break up the action. James then to get, you know, back into the middle of the ring. He's got to turn this into a rough house fight. You know, he's got to be tough.
Easier said than done, isn't it? Because every time that he goes in, his face is stinging from the jab that lands in quick succession. It's not just one either.
Yeah, you can see he's starting to mark up around his eyes. Eithan James's face looks almost untouched. But Moorcroft just has to do a little bit more. There's not enough happening here. That was a lovely, beautiful left uppercut landed there from Eithan James.
With every second of the performance that he is putting in after the problems that he's had, the late pull-outs for the previous title fights. This, he believes, is his moment. There's going to be no fluffing of his lines, and so far he hasn't put a foot wrong in any round yet. But still, round 7 of 10. This is presumably the area of the fight where Crawler and his team think that they're going to get the most joy when things start to slow down. But he's got to land something.
Yeah, he's got to do it. And at this stage anyway, I imagine Moorcroft's corner, Anthony Crawler and the team would be hoping it would be a little bit closer, hoping that it was a little bit more uncomfortable for Eithan James. But so far, I mean, it's almost punch perfect. He's boxing very well.
The number of punches that he's taken, he's still standing in front of him, and he's still moving forward, trying to close his man down. There again, it's right at the end of the round that right uppercut comes in.
Easy. That was beautiful. All right. That was how I won every round from now on, yeah? He never landed a fucking shot.
3 rounds, boxing, yeah?
Give him something a bit different to look at every now and again. Maybe stab one into the body, then bait the body, come over that backhand. Over the backhand, over. Remember that? Yeah.
Olivia, this is to Anthony Crawler.
I'm shots hurting you. You know, right? You're getting hit far too often and I'm not liking it. Yeah? So let me see you. Let's right up, go. Listen. Shoulder level as well with it, yeah? Okay? Deep breaths. Are you tired? No. Right, okay. Come on.
Corners,
Deep breaths,
10 seconds.
Go on, Go on, listen. Follow.
Well, it is difficult, isn't it, to impart instructions to a fighter who literally has been on the receiving end for every single round. I'm presuming you gave that round again to James.
Yeah. I'd give James every round, but yeah, I can see. I suppose Moorcroft's getting a little bit frustrated. James is boxing beautifully at time. He's switch hitting. He's never really standing still and allowing Moorcroft to fight the type of fight that he wants. He's got to make it rough. He's got to get close. He's got to throw him around and pose his strength, which he hasn't been able to do it yet.
It is tough, isn't it, to make yourself believe after being in the position that he is in, that he has got what it takes to turn it around.
Yeah, I think so. And again, like we mentioned early on, I think that Eithan James is someone who could frustrate you. That was a lovely shot, beautiful shot. But he's someone who could frustrate you. You can't allow that to happen. And you got to just kind of keep your own game plan in your head.
Well, persistence, the quality of winners, the successful never ever give up.
Oh, good right uppercut. But there's nothing else. You know what I mean? That was a lovely shot. Little bit of success, and then there's a pause in the action, and Moorcroft doesn't do enough or didn't do anything after that.
But again, it goes back to what Anthony Crolla was saying. It isn't good enough. I need from you more than one shot. You need the second and the third to follow the first. Him just above us, looking to try and squeeze that right uppercut into a well-guarded body.
Landed a few there, Moorcroft.
Yeah, that is better. Left hook goes into the body as well of James. Corner bellowing at the instructions. They were happy, said that was an almost perfect round the previous one. But Moorcroft didn't land anything, but he's landed a few here.
Yeah, but where was this early on? You know what I mean? This should have happened a few rounds ago. Look at how eager he is to get close to James, march across the ring, because he had a little bit of success, but we needed this a little bit earlier in the fight from Moorcroft.
Yeah, round 8 of the scheduled 10. Again, just look at the way he flicks that jab. And then again, switches, stabs, right hand again, just probes away, keeping Moorcroft at a distance.
Yeah, he's one of these fighters who is at ease in both the orthodox and southpaw stance. You know, there's switch hitters who clearly have a say they prefer, but Moorcroft is good as a southpaw as he is as an orthodox. Sorry, James, not Moorcroft.
Okay, another round for you.
Another round for Ethan James, yeah. A shutout here.
What do you say about the...
You've got to hit the body.
Actually, let's listen to the... we were going to listen to Crolla having... That was the right hand that landed. He got a 2-3 punch combination going there.
There was a little bit of success, and that's when you want to apply a little bit more pressure, but there wasn't anything after that. And I suppose... I imagine the corner a little bit frustrated because they know what he has to do. Moorcroft probably knows what he has to do as well, but Ethan James is just frustrating him and not allowing him to carry out the game plan.
I know we talked about they said it is lack of power, but I've got the skills. I can slip punches, I can do everything. I've got great hand speed. But is that going to be an issue as he moves on and upwards?
I think it's going to be a massive issue for him. He's got all the skills in the world. Imagine this kid, the way he boxes as he can. Imagine if he had a punch. Imagine if he could switch your legs off in an instant. He would be, you know, a very, very good fighter, but it's going to be an issue going forward, definitely.
Good one there.
That was a good right hand.
And a left hook to follow it. Knows the time is running out. Moorcroft knows his time is on the wane here. That belt looks as if it's going to be heading to Northampton, unless he can do something spectacular here. It's not out of the question, as we know. 11 KOs on his record. He does have punch power.
He's starting to land a little bit more here now. Oh, lovely shot.
Right hand. James, for once, has to duck and move swiftly around that ring to get out the way of the follow-up.
I think he definitely felt that a little bit, Ethan James. There's another left hook. This is much better for Moorcroft.
Yeah, hooks to the body and to the chin. James deciding to go toe-to-toe, maybe not such a good idea. Trying to use his jab to keep him away. Moorcroft's got him in close now. Minute and a half still left in this round. Still takes a couple of good shots though coming in.
This is the fight that Moorcroft wanted, but as it came too late, he certainly needs a stoppage at this stage.
Ethan James, fans getting vocal behind Moorcroft again. Sinks the left hook into the body, finds the right uppercut again. Couple of good shots. He's landed more shots in this round than any other round he's fought so far.
Yeah, that's a good round so far for him. There's still a minute to go. Ethan James maybe just starting to feel the pace a little bit. But this is the type of fight that Moorcroft wants.
Yeah, and this is not the fight that I'm sure Ethan James wants, and I'm sure his team in the corner, that you can see in the background, who are leaning. That's a great shot.
Good uppercut there from Moorcroft.
Snapped for the first time. The head of James went back. And he's there at close quarters to follow in with the follow-up shots. Again, right hand finds the chin of James. He is giving everything as this time it's James's turn to sink those hooks into Moorcroft's body to try and slow him down. But he really is giving everything here, Moorcroft. End of his best round.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give that round to Moorcroft. I think it was good work.
We've got 3 more minutes like that.
Ethan James started well, but he's starting to show signs of fatigue a little bit, as you would expect, because it's been a pretty high-paced fight. He's been doing a lot of moving.
There we go. That was one of the best punches he's thrown, and the follow-up there was equally as good.
That left uppercut was a lovely shot as well. But he's got to come hard now. Moorcroft has to fight hard in 3 minutes. He can't win this fight unless he knocks this guy out. He needs to push on.
James urging his supporters to get behind him.
10 seconds.
It's been a brilliant display, you've got to admit, for the first 9 rounds here. It's been another great card on what is promising to be a fantastic night of boxing. Now, James, can he reassume the control that he had in the first 8 rounds before Moorcroft managed to close him down in that 9th and land the best shots of his fight so far? But he's got to get it close. He's got nothing to lose. There must be no fear now from him.
Yeah, that was a good right hand he landed there as well. But you're in the situation where, oh, nice shot from Ethan James. But Ethan James now, he may have had a bit of a round off. He can see the home straight. He can empty the tank and hopefully try to win this round. But you've got to have, you know, the guy on the other hand, Moorcroft, is want to push forward and fight on, but he's got to make him fight at a really difficult pace. There's 2 minutes left in this fight, and there's still just not enough coming.
That's brilliant display from James again, keeping his man at distance, picking up the jabs and the hooks to the body again, and as Moorcroft comes in, he just picks him off at will. His nickname's Jammy. There isn't anything jammy about this performance. Once again, the right hand makes an appearance from Moorcroft, but it's the single punch on his own again. Again, the speed and the precision that James unloads those punches.
He's very accurate.
Impressive.
Very accurate as well. That was a lovely shot again from James. Pretty clever as well, James, when he can box well from distance, but when Moorcroft gets close, he lands these kind of short, really short uppercuts, pretty fast shots. Obviously not a lot of power in them, but they're frustrating. And if you get hit with them enough, they're going to start to hurt at some stage.
Minute left of the 10 rounds here. The ropes now, takes a short left hook down to the chin, does James. But the power, the energy that has been sapped out of Moorcroft in this fight means anything that he's not landing at the moment is unlikely to have the power needed to do what he needs, which is to stop him.
Yeah, after a bit of a bad round for James in the last round, I thought he's come out here and he's got back into control. He's boxing well again this round.
He has hardly put a foot wrong for 10 rounds here in this fight for the vacant WBO European Welterweight Championship, and he raises his arms and he knows that he is a clear winner here.
Yeah, he boxed beautifully at stages in that fight. I think that Moorcroft needed to do more from the halfway stage, but it's easier said than done when you've got someone as skillful as Ethan James.